welcome to the daily inspiration on the Institute of New Works page. So today is a perfect day for our for practicing loving kindness to yourself, to really practice self-love, to understand that everything happens from the inside out and that we create from the inside out. When we practice self-love, that is, we are really, really gentle with our own thoughts, and most of our thoughts, and this has been proven over and over again, are negative, and especially the negative ones, they are basically there to let go. And there's, of course, a way to do it. It takes practice, but that is part of yourself, loving yourself practice. And it's see everything that comes up, every thought that comes up in your mind. And remember, you are not your mind. See it as a cloud. In Buddhism and Osho, for example, Bhagwan, they really taught to see the clouds, put it in a cloud, or don't even put it in a cloud, but look at a cloud that moves. So an imaginary cloud or a real cloud. So it moves away and it doesn't really enter you. So you're not hooking onto the cloud. We don't do that, right? We don't pull a cloud inside of us. So in the same way, we are not pulling a thought, especially negative thought, inside of us. And that is really the key to success, especially when you're working with other people. People feel what is going on with you. So you basically attract that what you emit. And there are many examples. So if I, and especially in nutrition, if I don't like a certain food, I will attract people who also don't like to eat that specific food. Or if I have a headache, I'm meeting other people who have a headache. We can then laugh about it and say, oh, it's the weather, but no. So with human design, I'm trying to bring a link to the human design, because in human design, they're talking about the self-love center. And the self-love center is what we call the identity center. And that's like a crystal or like a golden code that is inside of you, and it wires you for joy, for happiness, for self-love. The only thing is, from before we are born, we are influenced by whatever is coming to us, the thoughts of our mother when we were still in the womb, what is being taught and what is being said to her, the way she feels about everything, what happens during that time. And then you're born, and then you have, especially the first 3 months of your life, you have to do everything on your own. Of course, you get support, a lot of support from your parents, and maybe also from other caregivers. But those are the 3 months that you have not developed inside of the womb. So you have to do everything yourself. That's why there's also intestinal issues. So it's kind of a physical waking up in the body, especially the first 3 months. But at the same time, you hear what everybody is saying, you feel everything. So you're being anchored in your body. So your identity is being sort of settled, and that goes on for the first 7 years. And then after the 7 years, you are so influenced in a way by what is going on outside of you, so that you have filters that were not yours, that don't belong to you. And this is the beauty in human design. It just shows you the filters, and that helps you bring, well, bring yourself back to yourself, to who you really are, without all the influences. And once you are aware, it is much easier to let a thought go, because then you understand, okay, this is where I'm being influenced. It takes practice. I'm not promising a rose garden within a day. We all know how long it takes to grow, to create a beautiful rose garden. But this is what is going on. And once you start practicing it, and once you start realizing what is happening, where you are being influenced, at that moment you are waking up to yourself and can really emanate this amazing strength, this beautiful love that you have for yourself, and that emanates out, that goes out into the world. And that is what you then attract. So we have a sort of control who we attract as clients, and we also have a control how to create a business around that what we really love. So for now, have a beautiful day, and maybe a beautiful weekend if you're not checking in again this weekend, and practice self-love, self-care, and are maybe going outside, have a long walk, or do something you really enjoy. So have a beautiful day, from my heart to yours.